Okay, my last video, I had some technical difficulties. I'm gonna have to redo it. It's 6:48 in the morning, August 9th. It's a Saturday. We have 32 items that need to be shipped. So I'm gonna work on that a little bit later. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys this disaster that we got ourselves into. We purchased a truckload of smalls. I believe that this was really meant to be going to a bin store. It's not meant to be going to a discount store of our magnitude. Like I was saying in my last video, we have a situation where customers are buying a lot of small stuff, more than big stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bunch of big stuff into the equation, or small stuff in the equation, and see if we can do like a numbers game. So this load, 26 pallets, 15,000 items. There was a picnic table that came with it. There was a pool that came with it. I have no idea what's in these boxes down here. These are pretty big boxes, and they look like it's just regular inventory, either in bulk or bigger items. So back here yesterday we were talking about, or the other day we were talking about clearing this out so I can fit 13 pallets. We ended up only getting 11 pallets in here out of the 26. This is an area where my customers do not come back. So hopefully this will keep prying eyes out of my load. 15,000 items, guys. So here, let's give you an example. So not all pallets are going to be full. This one did have a mix between probably about 30 or 40 bigger items, and then all the rest of the 15,000 is going to be all small pieces, and I will show you what that looks like. I think that's a filing cabinet. So that's a filing cabinet right there that came in the load. This little pallet here has pogo sticks on it, and then it's also got a sled. But this is what the stuff looks like. So let's kind of get in there. So tell me what you would do if you got the majority of your shipment like this. A lot of inventory, a lot of dollar bills in there. This one, not so much. Here's another one. Look at that. That is a processor's nightmare. We are not going to dump this into bins. We're going to actually, one by one, the pallet wise, we're going to go through all this and pull out everything, and some of it's going to get priced with barcodes, with our internal barcodes. But most of it's going to be dotted. We're going to do like a color dot scheme. I'll show you that in a minute. Wow, look at that. That's a lot of stuff, guys. Could you imagine having to come into this even on a daily basis? We're not gonna, this is one of those loads where, oh, sorry. This is a load where we're gonna process it a pallet at a time. Sorry about the shaky. I'm trying to navigate through this little area here. So we'll look at, here's some more. Looks like there's a lot of Crayola stationery. There's Thanksgiving, there's Halloween, there's Christmas. This item, or this pallet right here, says 386 pounds. I do have a manifest. So just so you guys know, a lot of people sell unmanifested loads. What they're doing is they are taking the load that's manifested, they're pulling out the stuff that they want for different sales that they got lined up, and they're cherry picking. So it's possible to get loads that are manifested, guys. Truckloads, pallets, whatever. If you wanted a pallet from me, most of the time I sell manifested because I am a reseller, and I know that for me, that's the only way I buy inventory most of the time. I'm not gonna buy a load blind, because I'll show you what happened. We got the cereal load. It was blind. We thought we were getting one thing, and we got a lot of low dollar items because I couldn't really see exactly from the pictures every SKU, every quantity. But I bought this cereal load, which you've seen in other videos. Yeah, look at that. This is like a 6-foot pallet. I did break something pulling out of the other one, but look at this. This is all high volume in there. So all the way down. That thing broke when we pulled it out. It's glass. Here's the trash that we've already pulled out of one pallet. So not bad. I don't know if any of that's salvageable. Here's stuff that's ready to be put on the floor. This is all tagged. There's a costume right there. I'll open this guy up all the way down. I see Crayola in there. I see tape. I see a lot of small items. There's some Christmas. This is slated for eBay. These turkeys right here are beaded turkeys. This is actually a special creator right there, whoever that guy is. He makes those asparagus taper candles. I think those chickens and turkeys are going for like 20, 30 bucks on eBay each. Here's some Stanley Cup ornaments. There's a bunch of those in there. Here's another watermelon to the top. Look at that, to the top, guys. So it's like a 5 foot box filled to the top. Not to the top, but like pretty high. There's another one. So tell me what you would do if you purchased this and it wasn't set for your business model. That thing's pretty cool. Because our store's not set up for this. Our store's set up for bigger items. Here's some Christmas. Okay, so let's walk over and show you how we're going to sell this stuff. And this is going to be a short video, guys, because my gimbal's messing up on me. Trying to keep it steady here, but it seems like it's bugging out on me. Yeah, this is all the cereal that I'm talking about. So when we bought all this, that was all by visual. And then it turned out that there was only like 13 SKUs in the whole, maybe 15 SKUs in the whole the load. Very high multiple items. Okay, so I got this table here. This was actually in the last video, had clothes in it, and I was saying how we would empty it. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do 50 cents, $1, $2, $3, $5 on all the smaller stuff. And then we're gonna put this out, not totally filled. I kind of like the organized look. I don't like it when it's all piled up like a big pile. But if you think about it, birthday parties, that thing right there for $1 for Bendy's. These things right here, those are $1. These are like these little fidget things. I got some Halloween buckets. So this all is going to be filled with stuff. We're not gonna overfill it. So I will show you some updates on that. And then over there, all the bigger stuff that came in that load that can fit on there, we're going to put in that space right there. And then also the idea is to bring some watermelons out and maybe fill those. But I'm afraid with that, there's just gonna be too many items locked into one thing. So I don't really like that idea. I like the idea when inventory is being sold, it's not on top of each other, just because it gets really messy when people start throwing stuff around. So yeah, so we're doing the take the additional 10% off your entire purchase of 50 or more. Yesterday, I think we did a little bit under $2,100 in sales, which is horrible for a Friday. We haven't had a Friday like that in a while. So this week alone, we are up against a big number. I want to say that we need like another 20 grand by Sunday to just make a standard a week. So I think we're at like 5,000 for the week. So not really happy with that. And I keep on saying, we're failing and everything. And it's like, what am I doing to help out? I'm doing everything I can. I mean, there's ads that are running, there's Facebook posts, there's inventory coming in. I mean, we still have our club loads that come in multiple times a day or a week. So we're giving it what we can. I think the biggest thing for us to miss is more advertising. And I'm thinking about maybe running a commercial created by AI. We did one last year, and it had like 10,000 views. So it was almost 10,000 views on that video, and it was AI generated. I didn't pay a penny for it. So I mean, I paid to run the ad, but the ad itself, yeah. So yeah, that's what we're up against. Early in the morning, I'm gonna go get some coffee, and then I'm gonna get packing. So thanks for watching. Have a great day.